My name's Amy Defoe. I'm a lead science teacher with the program here, and I have been here for over 12 years.
My name is Sarah Weber, and I teach mostly electives as well as English and experiential learning. So I teach a lot of your career developments, child developments, and the experiential learning is a program where we take your work experience and give you credit for that as well.
And my name is Matthew Kaye. I teach mostly some math and some social studies, and I've been here for almost 2 years. Well, obviously here everything's, online. You're working most likely asynchronously. You can chat with us usually via the chat app. I used to get notifications with mine, whenever I'd have a student chat with me, or sometimes via email. They can also schedule Calendly appointments with us, if they want to talk with us. That's another thing they can do. But a lot of it is a lot more asynchronous, where they're doing a lot of the work on their own.
What I love about the program is that it is definitely there to fit the students' needs for sure because of the asynchronous learning. And we as the teachers are able to give them help in all different areas. So we can reach out to them via email, the grad chat, like you explained, Matthew.
I'll add to that I think the way that our courses are written is the curriculum is designed that the courses are more condensed than I think they would have in a normal brick and mortar setting. And so the students, they're getting exactly what they need to get their standards. With kind of, I don't want to say without having all the fluff or having all the other things that they might have in a different program outside of ours, but I've heard from many students that talk about how they just really like the condensedness of our programs, that each lesson gives you exactly to the point what you need to know what the objective is, what the standard is, um, and they can get through that material and get that required credit that they need.
Well, I do know that quizzes are all auto graded, and as a teacher, we don't have the rights to do anything with the quizzes as far as grading those. But when it comes to your traditional assignments, we do get those and we do put comments on it could be every question or specific questions or in general altogether how their assignment was. But what I love to do is add my own personal comments as far as things that I found interesting or things that I feel that they can work on, but always something positive and also some constructive criticism so that way they can continue to do well as they turn in their assignments. I like to like actually mention something that they mentioned in their work so that way they know I'm actually reading it
Mhm.
and they can I can kind of relate to them in that way.
I also think like as teachers in our content areas, we get um, kind of specialized in the actual teacher graded activities that we do have. And so then when we are providing that feedback with students, we see where students struggle in an activity because we've seen the activity multiple times and we kind of get an idea of what they might have a problem with or be able to highlight something that they did really, really well on. And so and also in that feedback, we can provide, resources to a student if they might need those to make it, more specialized to them as a student. But I do like what Sarah said, like anytime a student shares something like personal about them or an interest of theirs, I think highlighting that in their feedback or in a chat with them um, has been really beneficial for both of us and for all of us.
They have to be disciplined. They have to be, ready to work independently, without somebody, micromanaging them, being on their case. That's really the biggest thing. They need to be independent and responsible.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely time management skills. They have to make sure that they have those, and if not, really practice them because it is critical with an online class. Setting goals. So whether it's making sure they have so many assignments done either per day or per week, or reading through lessons, reading through rubrics, whatnot. But getting goals set will definitely help. Being able to communicate through writing is I think a really big way to be successful with online school because we don't have real-time conversations all the time. So being able to communicate through writing, I think will help a lot. And so if they can get what they need out via that way, that helps. And then also reading the directions and through the rubric is huge, because a lot of times students will just answer the question based on what they feel is the answer, but they're not reading the rubric, and therefore they're missing points. So if they can read the rubric and then just answer per what the rubric is asking for that question, then that really helps them keep their points up to get the credits to pass for each assignment. And then that way it helps them get through each one without having to redo and pass the class for the first time and not have to worry about redoing anything.
I'd say having that schedule of consistency, helping them stay on track is huge, and finding a system that works for them will help them be successful in the course. Another thing is that being able to reach out if you do have a question or you're unsure of something would help a student be successful in our program. So that they're not getting kind of stuck or they're feeling unmotivated. Being able to reach out, it would be a great skill for students to have to be successful, get their questions answered.
That's a great one, because really all it takes is a question, and then they can get them back on the right track or give them the motivation they need. Whereas, if they don't say anything, they might not finish. And that's just because they didn't have either the confidence or the courage to do it. And so just getting that alone is a big step.